Hello there, everybody. So HeroicLegend here, and we're not actually going into the arena. We technically are, because that's going to be the title of the video, but... Oh, up. There you go. I have with me my dear elder brother, Jaymer. I don't know if you heard that. Jaymer probably has to sit closer, but Jaymer will be sitting closer because Jaymer and I have a tradition. You've probably heard this a few times because I've mentioned it enough to probably make you think, will this guy ever shut up about this? And no, I won't. I love my family. You don't like it? Leave. I don't care. I'm gonna Colonel Mayhew's my way through my YouTube career, talking about my family and my loved ones with breathless enthusiasm. Now, that probably sounded weird coming out my mouth because I probably said it funky. But yeah. But me and Jaymer have a little tradition that we do with card games, app game, gacha games, a number of things, right? And we always open stuff for each other. I'm going to be passing Jaymer my mouse, and you may hear it because it's going to be probably brushing up against the mic from a couple of times. I hope that the moving of the mic has not caused an issue. It hasn't. Whew, good. Jaymer will be opening my packs for me. I will let him decide if he... Jaymer, not done yet. I'll let him decide if it's 1 at a time or 10 at a time, but 10 at a time is boring, and 1 at a time makes us wonder if we're going to get wild cards, which I need, because I have a lot of deck ideas, and I want to see a lot of the stuff here. Yeah, it's a new pack, so we want to see the cards. We want to know what cool cards we got. Well, what I got. I mean, Jaymer does help me build decks sometimes, but let's see if any of these can help make me build a deck. First card! We have the Lowsome Troll. Excuse me? Roll a d20. Only activate if it's in the graveyard. For 4 mana, 1 to 9, put it on the top of the library. 10 to 19, put it in your hand. 20, put it back in the field, tap. Borrowing of Clan Under. Oh, it makes a dungeon where it enters the dungeon. Oh no, it enters the dungeon. Whenever it attacks, return to 1 creature card with mana value of 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield if you've completed a dungeon. Okay, Jaymer, that's you can right click for more information. I wonder how this mechanic's gonna work.
So when you make a dungeon, you venture into the dungeon, and you get the effect of...
How do you keep going through a dungeon? Wait, excuse me? Jaymer, go back to the first dungeon. Yawning portal. So you enter and you gain 1 life. You scry. You can create a treasure token. Or you can target a creature and that creature can attack. You then get to scry again. You can either exile the top 2 cards of your library and you can play them. Or you create 2 1/1 skeleton creature tokens. You can scry 3 and then draw 3 cards and reveal them. You may cast 1 of them without paying its mana cost? Pardon?
This is gonna be weird.
This is gonna be a weird set. Oh, my brain already hurts. Can you even play with other cards from other sets after having this strangeness?
The spider woman. My elves.
Okay. Compelled duel. Target creature gets 3/3 until the end of the turn and must be blocked this turn if possible. Owlbear! I fought those in D&D once. Did not end super well for me, being a melee guy. Bane Death. Until end of turn, target creature gains. When this creature dies, return to the battlefield tapped under with a 1/1? Oh my god, the Rakdos! The Rakdos possibilities! Okay, Jaymer, please try speaking now. Okay, so you can hear him now. You'll have to speak up, but... So you were reading Clever Conjurer.
you tap them, untap a target not named. Wow.
Oh wow. Wow indeed. Ghoul. Sacrifice another creature. It gains 2/2 until the end of the turn. Activate only once each turn. Wait, I could just straight up sack a creature?
Rakdos.
Did I mention that some of my favorite colors are red?
And black.
And black. Excuse me? Hold on. What, in chat? Wait. No, brain. Stay in. I have to put both headphone pieces on, or it's gonna ooze out. Gain the next level as a sorcery. Wait, to add to the. Okay, whenever creature you control deals combat damage to target player, exile the top card of that player's. Library face down as long as you, and look at it for as long as you like. Level 2, creatures you control have menace. Wait, it's not just an Level 3, you may play cards exiled with the rogue class and you may spend back. Oh my god, that's a Demir card for Jaymer. Oh, that's gross. Oh, it's so gross. Okay. Jaymer, next pack. Okay, starting with the green dragon. Yeah, dragon! Flying, poison breath. When green dragon enters the battlefield until the end of turn, whenever a creature an opponent controls is dealt damage, destroy it?
I get it. Green dragon, poison.
Haha, D&D stuff.
Guilty, a rogue. It gets a 1/1 count. Oh my Jesus.
And it can't be blocked?
Oh boy.
Rhyme Shield Frost Giant. Another giant to match well with the other giant card.
Okay.
Go back! It has Ward 3.
That means you just need.
Damn, you got it.
Expensive.
That's expensive. Just to get rid of a giant, you gotta
Not
pay
really.
3 extra.
But like, dude, look at it. It's a fucking.
It's a 4/5, but it has
5.
Ward 3. And you can make it cheaper in a giant deck.
Gate. Counter. Oh yeah, is a deck card right there.
Yup.
Counter target creature or planeswalker. Venture into the dungeon, so it lets you go into the dungeon.
Wait, they say a little bit more. Enter the first room of the dungeon. If already in a dungeon, advance. Okay, so venture into the dungeon.
Yeah,
so we have to look for cards to do it. Another giant. The hill giant. Herd Gorger.
It's just a big giant that gives you.
Yeah,
life.
you gain 3 life. Ginny Windseer. Flying, when it enters, roll a 1d20 to either to scry, or scry. But you can super scry. Goblins? Enter, roll a 1d20. Create a red goblin creature. Create 2 of these, or you can spend 5 to have 4 creatures
Your
on the
minimum
field.
is technically a 4/3 and a 1/1, but your maximum is a 4/3 and 3/1/1.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, this is it's Jaymer. I know, because I refer to him as my brother, y'all could probably guess that.
And then this is, your Rakdos deck.
A Rakdos deck, a Goblin deck. White. Right.
No, white.
Oh, I was right that it was white.
Yes, it enters the battlefield tab.
Life
Whenever a
drain.
creature deals damage, is dealt damage by white. This turn dies. Creature.
You could play that in a
green.
Golgari deck, and then with the forced combat, they have to fight him.
And then
That's so.
the thing is, you exile.
Oh my-
It's a 2 cost.
A 2 costs 3/2, so you can't kill it with a
And zombie deck.
Oh my god, I love it. It's so gross.
You're playing Golgari.
What a best deck with that. Red Dragon! Let's go to the Red Dragon first.
Destroy.
Read the card name, bro.
Power. Non-angel, demon, devil, or dragon.
So anything that's not one of those just dies. Red Dragon. Fire Breath, when it enters the battlefield, deals 4 damage to each opponent. That could kill someone!
Okay, hold on. If you have if you play green ramp and you have all the ramp.
So you mean Gruul?
You can red green dragon.
It's so busted.
Especially if you have a 4 creature with some of those mana dorks. Because then they
just throw it out on the field. That's 4 damage. That's 4 life lost.
You come to the Null camp, intimidate them. Up to 2 target creatures can't block, or fend them off. Target creature gets +3/+1. That's pretty nice. For 2, that's fucking nice.
Jaymer, it's swearing.
Whatever. This is an old one.
Yeah, but 2/1 for reach. It's not bad, especially with a 3 cost to equip. Armory veteran. As long as Armory veteran is equipped, it has menace.
That's nice. 2 for 2 with.
I actually have a warrior deck that would fit perfectly in 2.
Hired Hexblade.
When it enters the battlefield, if mana from a treasure was spent to cast it, you draw. That's a oddly specific thing.
It's an elf.
But Jaymer's happy. Wizard spellbook. Okay, it's a roll 20.
It's an artifact.
Exile target instant or sorcery card from the graveyard. Roll 20. Activate only as a sorcery. Copy that card. You may cast it. Copy that card. You may cast the copy by paying 1 rather than paying its mana cost. And copy each card exiled with. Pardon. Excuse me.
Copy each card exiled
with Wizard spellbook. That means every card.
For what though? Like you have to pay the whole cost, right?
No, you can copy each card that you exiled with it.
This is a busted card.
And you get to cast any number of the copies without paying their mana cost.
Hey, look.
And it's blue. Oh, it's so gross.
Justin, is it deck?
Is it Simic? Oh god. Okay.
Okay, this is
a legendary.
I'm a Pasha, Rune Saver. Rune abilities of dungeons you
Trigger an additional time? Some of those things were like create a god of death.
Plate armor.
Ooh, I like that.
A 3/3 and has ward 1.
Equip. This ability costs 1 less for each. You can equip it. I need that. Oh my god. I want to upgrade some of my decks.
Precipitous drop.
Enchant creature. When it enters the battlefield, venture into a dungeon. Enchanted creature gets -2/-2. It gets -5/-5 as long as you have completed the dungeon. So if you've already completed a dungeon, it just counts, and you could throw that on a
Warlock. Circle of Death.
roll d20. Opponent loses 2 life. Loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Or loses 2 life, you gain 2 life, and create 2 treasure tokens. Because when giving the middle finger to someone, you gotta make sure it's right in their face.
God, the life decks are gonna get really fucking dumb.
Yep. Deadly Dispute. As an additional
Draw cards because like,
you mean village rights.
Because like you still have to sacrifice, but like instead of
you draw 2 cards and create a treasure token.
Find the path. Venture into a dungeon and enchant land.
Enchant land gets 2 and you venture. That's
the bard. Elf. Yeah.
Target Bard gets free, so target creature gets +2/+2, or you gain 3 life. That's so good. Thank you, big brother. Sacrifice or roll a d20. Trapped. You lose 3 life. 2 to 9 create 5 treasure tokens.
What?
10 to 19 you gain 3 life and draw 3 cards. Or 20 search your library for a card. If it's an artifact card, you would put it onto the battlefield. Oh my god, artifact decks are gonna get so strong. And it's all luck based too, which I love, because sometimes it means it can hurt them more than it hurts just me.
Standard for now. Rally maneuver. Target creature gets a +2/+7 gains first strike. Okay, that's pretty sick.
Jaymer,
Up to
volume
one
up.
other target creature. Oh.
Ooh. But can you finish reading it in a loud voice so people can hear you?
O2 and gains lifelink.
Dwarf hold champion. Dwarf warrior. Warriors. As long as it's equipped, it gains +2/+.
As long as it's equipped, it's a 3/3.
Nice. More goblins! Another... Okay, starting to see some repeats. That's not bad, though.
They're common, though.
Steadfast Paladin. A lifelink 2/2. Knight is... Oh, Knight's got support. You see a guard. It's like a DM. Choose one. Distract the guard. Tap a target creature. Or hide. Target creature you control gains... Oh. They're giving blue hexproof again for cheap? I mean, do we really want wild cards while we're opening these new stuff? Yes, we do, because I'm a very cheap slut.
Wow.
Go on.
Choose one. Until end of turn, target creature you control has the base power and toughness. Okay, target creature you control that has base power and toughness becomes that creature type against this ability.
If you basically turn it. Oh.
Oh, you pick maybe.
You turn a creature into a turtle, spider, or elephant.
Turtle with hexproof, spider of rage, or elephant with trample.
Which means you can turn a little baby with.
Or you can turn something big
into something small that can protect itself.
Oh, and then it gets hexproof, so
that counters that kill the giant card. Because they'll turn back at the end of the turn.
Death Priest of Merkle.
I'll read this out. Skeletons, vampires, get plus. It's a lord. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, you may pay 1. If you do, it's a Rakdos Enabler. Create a 1/1 skeleton creature token, which becomes a 2/2 with it on the field. I'm a little sad it doesn't plus itself up, but Jaymer.
When veteran dungeoneer enters the ventures of dungeon. Okay, it's just a veteran, and make it a changeling though.
That's true. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, put a 1/1 counter on. Blech.
Okay, Underguard Basilisk is the Death Touch, cheap Death Touch.
But it's nice too. It's a 1/2.
Death Touch.
Yeah. Another you see a guard approach. Fighter class.
Of course, it's Boros.
Yup. When a fighter class enters the battlefield, search your library for an equipment. So much support for my artifact deck I made. I'm gonna have to remake it. Oh, and I'm gonna make it stupid. Wait, I want to read the levels. Level 2, equip abilities you cost 2 less to activate. Whenever a creature you control attacks, up to 1 target creature blocks it if this combat if able to. I can force people to block.
Fly. I guess it gets flying, and whenever it's a permanent one. Oh, it's an enchantment. For 1.
Go ahead and read.
Whenever it deals combat damage to player, you venture into the... Oh, and then there's the rogue that gets stronger every time you hit them.
Yup. Battle Cry Goblin. Goblins you control get +1/+0 and gain hate. Oh. That's... Woo. Whenever it pack tactics. Whenever Battlecry Goblin attacks, if you attack with creatures with a total of 6 power or greater this combat, create a goblin that's tapped and attacking. Oh, that's so dumb.
So goblins are big pack creatures this one.
Price of loyalty.
So you gain target. So you gain a creature from your opponent, untap it, and it gains haste. If you use a treasure, that creature does 2 more damage, because fuck you.
Plummet's back. No one cares about Plummet.
Oh, leather armor.
+0/+1 and has ward. And it costs 0 to equip, but you can... Oh, but you can only activate it once per turn. I get it.
Orchard jelly. It's an ooze.
Ooze. Enters the battlefield with X11 counters on it. Split. When it dies, if you had 2 or more counters on it, create a copy that's a create a token that's a copy of it at the beginning of the next end step. Oh, so it waits to make it so you can't just mass kill it with stuff. That's stupid.
If you just make it big, it just keeps splitting.
It'll keep splitting. It's a
You
swarm.
have to exile it.
Or you have to make it a 0/0. No, you have to remove its counters. That's the only way to kill it properly.
Crippling fear thing.
Ooh, Drider.
Because it would make it a no.
Hey, look at what that is.
An elf spider?
Yep, because it's a Drider.
It creates spiders with menace and reach. Ooh, that's kind of nice.
Another Lowsome Troll. Have a lot of repeats here, so we don't have to go over them. Drizzt Durden.
It's an but it's an
An elf ranger, but unfortunately it's not Jaymer's Golgari colors, so. Double strike? Hello? When it enters the battlefield, create Gwynharv, a legendary 4/1 green cat creature token with trample. Whenever a creature dies, if it had greater than Drizzt's power, put the number of counters on Drizzt equal to the difference. Oh my god. In certain decks, that's gonna be busted, especially with equip cards.
This is a lot of good stuff here.
I'll read this one because I like monks.
It's a monk.
It's an elf monk. Fury of Blows. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, put a 1/1 counter. Oh, and it's a 1/1 for 1.
I almost might have to remake the elf deck, but make it green-white.
Dungeon map. Oh, it's a mana rock.
Well, it's a colorless mana rock, but look at the second effect.
Yep, venture into a dungeon. Activate it only as a sorcery. Ah, no tricksy trick plays here. Should I just keep reading for now, Jaymer?
Dwarf Ranger, as long as you completed a dungeon, it has double strike.
It's okay. Circle of the Moon Druid. A
That's
human
another-
elf druid.
It's a half elf.
Yep. As long as it's your turn, it's a bear with 2/4. And it loses all of their creature types.
Okay.
That means on your turn it's an attacker. When it's not
so
your turn,
weird. It's a weird. Okay. When the priest of ancient lore enters the battlefield, you gain a life and draw a card. That's not bad. You draw a card and put a creature down. The life gain is kind of nice, but you know.
it helps for life gain decks. But also, it's a dwarf. Okay, kick in the door. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature. That creature gains haste until the end of the turn. Can't be blocked by walls this turn, and you venture into a dungeon. Very nice.
Air. Is that called?
Yeah.
Air cult elemental. It's flying 2/5. That's expensive.
But read the effect.
Or when it enters the battlefield, return 1 target card. That's pretty nice.
It's basically a go back to hand, and here's it. Immerit, Desert 2, Dragon. Has Ward 4 as long as it's untapped. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. If you have fewer than 3 cards in hand, draw cards equal to the difference of 5/5 for 5 flying with Ward 4? Are you kidding me? That's nuts. But I'm getting so many cards.
And it makes you draw too.
Yup. Ooh. Then that's a Demir.
Cradle of Baldur's Gate. It's a human elf rogue. Whenever it deals combat damage, that player loses 1 life. So they lose another life and they mill a card, and I gain a life and I scry. And when I attack, I can pay 2, and then
It can't be blocked.
it can't be blocked for a 1/3.
Hey, do we really even need the Changeling card if all these creatures have like 3 different things that they are?
Tiefling wizard with flying.
Allow me, brother. When it enters the battlefield, venture into a dungeon. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you complete a dungeon, target up to 1 creature becomes a bird with base power and toughness of 1/1 and flying until the end of turn. You can literally make the big threats in the opponent's field birds. You come to the null camp. Okay, Valor Singer.
At the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gets +1. Okay, that's kind of nice.
It's also a very bard thing to do.
Beholder.
Baleful Beholder. When it enters the battlefield, choose 1. Anti-magic cone. Each opponent sacrifices an enchantment. There's the hate we've been waiting for. Creatures you control gain menace until the end of turn. Very nice.
Neverwinter Dryad.
Hey.
Pay to sack it, search your library for a forest card, put it into the battlefield, tap to shuffle. Okay, so like you play it, then turn to like if you need to. It's ramp.
It's a little nice, helpful ramp. Forsworn Paladin. A human knight. Really? I thought he'd be a vampire with that look. Menace. A 1/1 for 1 with Menace. For 2, tap it, pay 1 life, create a treasure. Oh. Black has ramp now. And with the right combination of life cards, target creature gets +2/+0 until the end of turn. If mana from a treasure was spent to activate this ability, that creature also gains Death Touch until the end of turn.
It's a 1-drop. It's a 1 cost. It's a 1.
In Rakdos, we believe in pain.
And then, like, turn 2, you can just pay 2 mana and gain a treasure token. Okay. Ranger's Hawk, flying. You could tap another untapped creature you control, and you venture to.
It's okay.
I mean, I'd rather just a 1/1 for flying. I guess if like they like keep you from attacking, you can make the card do something then.
Zombie Ogre. It's a zombie ogre. Obviously, I thought it'd be a warrior. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, venture into the Rakdos. Rakdos.
Dueling Rapier. It's a flash.
It's an equipment. It's red.
It already attaches for 1, which is really good. And you get up to, hey, you know there's a dwarf that, like, if you flash this onto that dwarf, they become a 5/3 for 2.
Goblin Javelineer. Really cool looking goblin at that. Wow. Looks like a person made it. It wasn't just token fodder. Haste! Whenever Goblin Javelineer becomes blocked, it deals 1 damage to target creature blocking it. It can kill 2/2s!
Eye of Venka?
Vecna.
Vensa?
Vecna.
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 When Eye of Vecna enters the battlefield, you draw a card and lose 2 life. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may pay 2. If it's draw.
It's a draw for life gain decks. Oh, Keeneared Sentry. You have Hexproof. Oh,
You have Hexproof.
the player. Each opponent can't venture into the dungeon more than once each turn. He literally says, nah, fam.
And of course it's in white where you can just give it Hexproof as well.
Yep.
Bag of Holding.
Come on, say it right.
The Bag of Holding. Whenever you discard a card, exile that card from your graveyard. You can draw a card and discard a card, or sacrifice it, return all exile cards with Bag of Holding to the old.
Yup. We have already seen Deadly Dispute. Vampire Spawn. When Vampire Spawn enters the battlefield, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2. Oh, there's that plus side to having Mr. Paladin.
You find a cursed idol. Okay, you choose one. Destroy an artifact, destroy an enchantment, or you just create a treasure token
And venture into the dungeon.
So it's just temporary mana and venture.
I also noticed something. There's only 1 dungeon, but you can rush through it. There's 3 different dungeons, but you have to rush through one first. So everyone's going to be trying to rush to get the super effect of the last dungeon. Plundering Barbarian. When it enters the battlefield, choose one. Smash the chest, destroy an artifact, or pry it open. Gain a treasure token. Nice.
That works well with that other dwarf.
Yeah, it does actually. That's a mythic.
It's a planeswalker.
Ooh!
Mordenkainen. Draw 2 +2. You draw 2 cards. Then put a card from your hand on the bottom of the library. Okay. -2. Create a blue dog illusion creature token that has this creature's power and toughness are equal to twice the number of cards in your hand.
That means at minimum, even if you're drawing
It's a
poorly,
2/2.
and with his effect, it's a freaking
-10. Exchange your hand and library, then shuffle. You get an emblem. You have no maximum hand size.
Oh!
He is dangerous.
He's so very dangerous. Lunar Battlehammer, Dwarf Warrior. Each creature you control gets +2/+0 for each equipment attached to it. You may pay 0 rather than paying the equip cost of the first ability you equip each turn. My deck got stronger.
Choose
so much
your
support.
Weapon. Two weapon fighting. Double target creature power and toughness until end of turn.
Very, very
Or
green.
archery, deal 5 damage to target creature. See, I like that better than just like plummet. Because I can just double.
Shocking Grasp. Target creature gets -2/-0 till the end of turn. Draw a card. Nice.
Dragonfire. As an additional cost to this spell, you may reveal a dragon card from your hand or choose a dragon you control. It deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If you reveal the dragon card or chose a dragon, it deals damage equal to the power of the dragon or creature instead.
There are so many dragons too. Yonti Fangblade, a snake rogue. Ooh. When it's Death Touch, whenever it deals damage to combat damage to its player, venture into the dungeon. Hey, there we go.
I'll let you read this one.
I like monks. The second spell you cast each turn costs 1 less to cast. Level 2. When this class becomes level 2, return up to 1 target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Level 3. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile top card of your library. For as long as it remains exiled, you may cast this card from exile as long as you cast another spell this turn. So it protects your deck from mill. Very nice.
Okay, Shambling Gas. When it dies, you choose one. Target creature and the opponent controls gets -1/-1, or you create a treasure. Wow.
Just value.
And it's a zombie.
Yo. Shortcut Seeker. Deals damage to the player, it ventures into the dungeon. Very nice.
That's pretty good too for a rogue.
Yep, a human rogue at that.
Dodge. Fate's Reversal. Return 1 target creature from your graveyard to your hand and you venture. Okay, that's nice. For 2.
Ooh. There's a mythic wild card coming in. Contact the other plane. Roll a d20. Draw 2. Scry and then draw 2. Or scry and then scry 3 and draw 2. And draw 3.
That's pretty good. You either get to scry and see, or you just at least get to draw. Thieves' Tools. Create a treasure just for it coming in. Equipped creature can't be blocked as long as its power is 3 or less.
Ooh. Evolving Wilds. Oh, it's Evolving Wilds.
Okay, that's good though, because like
Landfall decks benefit a lot from that, yeah.
Hobgoblin.
The Hobgoblin Bandit Lord. Goblin Rogue. All the goblins, there's the Lord. All the goblins you control get +1/+1. And when it deals damage, you can tap it for 1 red. And you pay 1 red and tap it. It deals damage equal to the number of goblins that have entered the battlefield under your control this turn to any target. Ooh. Ooh.
The Demogorgon's clutches.
Nice.
Opponent discards 2 cards, mills 2 cards, and fuck you.
That's just the biggest middle finger. Mimic. Sacrifice Mimic. Add 1 mana of any color. Or Mimic becomes a shapeshifter artifact creature with base power and toughness of 3 until the end of turn. Interesting.
Bear Dagger. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 and has whenever this creature attacks, you may sacrifice it. When you do, this creature deals 1 damage to any target.
Nice. Very nice, actually. The Bard class. Some of my other favorite colors. Legendary creatures you control enter the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on them. Oh. Legendary spells you cast cost 1 red, 1 green less to cast. This effect reduces only the amount of colored mana you pay. Okay, that's fair. And for level 3, whenever you cast a legendary spell, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play them this turn. Ah. Alright. Alright. Nothing worth trolling the pants for.
Ray of Frost.
An aura.
It's a flash. You tap a creature if it's red. Yeah, if it's red, tap it. If it is red, it loses all abilities, and no matter what, enchant creature doesn't untap during its controller's attack phase.
It's just a big middle finger to red cards.
Yeah, it stops red specifically, but it also stops other things.
Spiked Pit Trap. Flash artifact. Sacrifice it, choose a target, then roll 1d20. It deals 5 damage to the creature, or it deals 5 damage to that creature and creates a treasure token. I love these cards. Sorcerer class.
Of course it is it.
Can you read that, or should I?
I can't read that from here.
Okay. When Sorcerer class enters the battlefield, draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. Very red. Level 2, creatures you control have tap, add blue or red. Spend this mana only to cast an instant or sorcery spell, or to gain a class level. Level 3, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, that spell deals damage equal to each opponent equal to the number of instant or sorcery spells you've cast this turn. Not bad for an Izzet deck. Especially the giant Izzet deck?
White Dragon.
There we go.
When White Dragon enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls. That creature doesn't untap during its next untap phase.
Lightning, paralyzed. Iron Golem, Vigilance. Iron Golem attacks or blocks each combat if able. Okay.
Scion of Styga.
I think that's how you say it.
It's a flash, Cone of Cold. When it enters the battlefield, choose target creature an opponent controls and roll a d20. You either tap it or tap it and it doesn't untap during the next end step. Okay. It's strictly better like the kind of the frog, which is kind of -1.
Instrument of the Bards, a green legendary artifact. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may put a harmony counter on Instrument of the Bards. Tap this card and pay 4. Search your library for a creature card with mana value equal to the number of harmony counters on Instrument of the Bards. Reveal it, put it in your hand. If that card is legendary, create a treasure token, then shuffle. Very nice. It's specifically used for a legendary deck. Actually, before we go on, I'd like to talk to Jaymer about this. For legendary cards, I often struggle when making decks when putting in legendary creatures. Except for the gods, of course, because the gods can be both a legendary enchantment, a legendary artifact, and a legendary creature. But what do you think is the appropriate number of copies of a legendary card to put in?
Depends what it does.
Would you argue?
Because my elf allows me to cycle and find an elf to put in my hand, so it gains me advantage.
So 2 to 3 would be okay for that. But
Yeah.
I think we can both agree that putting in 4 copies
so
is a bit dangerous, right?
It depends. Like, this is a legendary that's cheap, right?
Right.
It enters the battlefield, it creates a treasure token. Other creatures you control enter the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter for each mana on them.
From a treasure you spent to cast them.
So here's the thing, right? Like, let's say, here's the thing. They stop your creature with, like, white cards to stop the abilities or whatever.
I just realized that Mimic that we saw could play very nicely in the Izzet deck. Because you can make it into a creature and then tap it. So you can create a mana of any color.
Druid class.
Oh, it's not a legendary? Oh, but it's monocolored. Druid class. Okay, whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you gain a life. Nice. You may play, level 2, you may play an additional land on each of your turns. Very nice. Level 3. When this class becomes level 3, target land you control becomes a creature with haste, and this creature's power and toughness are equal to the number of lands you control. It's still a land. Very nice.
Elfguard Ranger. Reach.
Is it the what ranger?
Elfguard. Elf, and whenever it enters the battlefield, I get a 2/2 green wolf creature. Yeah, I mean, it needs help though. It's a 4/1.
Hoarding Ogre. Oh, it's that smile though. Whenever it attacks, roll a 1d20. Oh, roll a d20. Create a treasure token, create 2 treasure tokens, or create 3.
That's gross.
Yep, but I love it.
Teleportation Circle. At the beginning of your end step, exile 1 target artifact or creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under its controller's control. That's pretty good.
It's really not bad. More copies, not bad. Delver's Torch, white equipment, but its creature gets 1/1. Whenever it attacks, venture into. There's what I was looking for. Charmed Sleep.
Enters the battlefield, tap the target creature, it doesn't untap. For 3.
So cute. Paladin Shield. When it enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature you control. Target creature gets +0/+2. Very nice.
But,
Oh, and it's a flash card too.
yeah, and it just auto attaches. It doesn't.
And, oh no, that's new. Paladin class. Spells your I forget Jaymer can't read that. Spells your opponent casts during your turn cost 1 more to cast. Ugh, that's gross. Level 2 creatures you control get +1/+1. Ugh, my god. Whenever you attack until the end of the turn, target attacking creature gets +1/+1 for each other attacking creature and gains double strike. That's gross.
That's a 1-drop.
And it only costs 5 to level it up to class 3.
Hunter's Mark. It casts how many less? 3?
3 less.
If it targets a blue permanent you don't control, so fuck you, blue. It can't be countered. Fuck you, blue. The target creature you control gets 1/1 until end of turn, then deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker you don't control.
Oh, wow.
Fuck you, blue.
Speaking of blue, Feywild Trickster. Roll 1 or more dice. Create a... Oh, whenever you roll 1 or more dice, create a 1/1 blue fairy dragon with target...
Wow.
Create a creature token, basically. And it's a little dragon. Look at that smiling little bitch. I just dropped it, by the way,
Planar
guys.
ally. Whenever attacks, venture into the dungeon.
Oh, what is it too?
Oh, it's an angel.
Devour Intellect.
Is that a brain?
Yep, that is a brain with claws. And hind leggies. Target opponent discards card. If mana from a treasure was spent to cast a spell, instead, that player reveals their hand, and you choose a non-land from it, and then... So basically, it becomes duress, or it's just get rid of a card.
That's not bad.
It's not bad. Meteor Swarm.
Okay, big red. Deals 8 damage divided as you choose among X target. So if you just, for one, it's just 8
It's
damage.
just a big 8 damage red card.
I'd probably just pay 1 though, to be 100% honest.
Yep. Although it does specifically target creatures and planeswalkers, so that's important to know. 50 feet of rope. Artifact. Climb over. Target tap it. Target wall can't block this turn. Tie up for 3 and tap it. Target creature doesn't untap until its controller's next untap step. Rappel down. Rappel? Is it rappel?
No.
I don't think it's repel.
Rappel or repel?
I'm going to go with rappel. 4 tap. Venture into the dungeon. Activate only as a sorcery. Not bad.
Jaded Sellsword.
A dragon warrior.
It enters
It's a good game.
the battlefield. If mana from a treasure was spent to cast it, it gains first strike and haste until end of turn.
Very nice. Rim Bounty. Destroy target creature or planeswalker.
It's
Create
just-
a treasure token.
It's just murder that gives you 1 extra cost murder that gives you a treasure.
Another deli. There's a little headband right now. Y'all can't see it. Barbarian class. The red card. If you would roll 1 or more dice, instead roll that many dice plus 1 and ignore the lowest roll. That's so busted. Whenever you roll 1 or more dice whenever you roll one or more dice, target creature you control gets +2/+0 at menace. Oh, with the troll. Level 3. Creatures you control now have haste. Oh my god.
Pixie guy. Gain advantage. If you would roll one or more dice, instead roll that many dice and ignore +1 and ignore the lowest roll. So it's this card, but as a creature in blue.
You're ambushed on the road. Choose one. Make a retreat. Return target creature you control to its owner's hand. Very nice to protect your creatures, especially your important ones. Or stand and fight. Target creature gets +1/+3 until the end of turn.
+2 mace. It gets a 2/2 and equip 3.
Arcane Investigator. Search the room for 5 and a blue. Roll. Oh, and you can keep casting it, by the way. Roll a d20. Draw a card, or look at the top 3 cards from your library, put one of them into your hand, and put the rest at the bottom of your library in any order. A 2/1 Elf Wizard, not bad. Another Green Dragon over there. And another Forsworn Paladin.
Alright.
Alright. We love watching you move.
Phaedric's Fireball. Deals 3 damage to target.
5.
Oh, sorry, 5 damage to target creature, planeswalker, and then you roll a d20. Deals 2 damage to each player, or deals 2 damage to each opponent. Opponent's eating 2 no matter what.
Half-Elf Monk. A human elf monk, which has Vigilance and Stunning Strike, which is tap a creature. Nice.
Black Staff of Waterdeep. You may choose not to untap the staff during your end step. Acquire the staff.
Animate walking statue.
Another target non-token artifact you control becomes a 4/4 artifact creature as long as it's tapped. Okay.
It's not bad.
It's only a 1 cost too.
And its ability is only 2. Blue artifact decks are about to come back with
that mimic becomes much better.
Yup. Lightfoot Rogue. Sneak attack. Whenever it enters the battlefield, or whenever it attacks, roll 1d20. 1 to 9, it gains Death Touch. 10 to 19, it gains +0 on Death Touch. 20, it gains +3 First Strike and Death Touch until the end of turn. These are all end of turns, by the way.
No Hunter. Pack Tactics. Whenever it attacks, if you attack with creatures with a total power of 6 or greater, put a +1 counter on. No, wow.
Very nice. Brazen Dwarf, a shaman. Dwarf shaman at that. Whenever you roll 1 or more dice, it deals 1 damage to each. Oh. Yikes. Another Meteor Swarm. It's like he's pulling cards just for me, guys.
Doggo!
Blink Doggo.
Double Strike Doggo. Teleport. It phases out. And
it takes stuff with it.
So you just hope it's later, fam. And it's Double Strike.
Dawnbringer Cleric, a human cleric. Enters the battlefield, choose 1. Cure wounds. You gain 2 life. Dispel magic. Destroy target enchantment. Or Gentle Repose. Exile target card from a graveyard.
Another wizard spell book. Trickster's Talisman. This is just for you. Invoke Duplicity. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you can sacrifice it, and if you do, create a token that's a copy of this creature.
Ooh! Cloister Gargoyle. When it enters the battlefield, enter into a dungeon. As long as you've completed a dungeon, it gains +3 and has flying.
Soul Knife Spy.
The best type of knife.
Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card.
Hobgoblin Captain. Pack Tactics. But for this one, it gains First Strike. Ooh, very nice.
Circle of Dream Druid.
An elf.
add green for each creature you control.
Oh, Jaymer's elf deck just got redonkulously strong. It may actually let him remake it to be stupidly
I
overpowered.
could just have infinite mana. With my tokens, I could just have infinite black mana if I have Tyrion or green mana.
And remember, you just tap her to gain the mana. You could cast X card. Ooh. Temple of the Dragon Queen. Land. As it enters the battlefield, you may reveal a dragon card from your hand. It enters the battlefield tapped unless you reveal the dragon. And when it enters the battlefield, choose a color. You may add 1 mana of the chosen color. Okay, that makes sense.
It helps you, like, if you need a splash in color, like, if you just have, like, colors that you rather just pay treasure or a random mana for. You hear something on watch. You either rouse the party, creatures you control get 1/1 to end the turn, or set off traps and you deal 5 damage to target attacking creature.
That's busted!
Hey,
Grandmaster of Flowers. Planeswalker Bahamut?
Hold on.
Hold up. Wait a minute. As long as Grandmaster of Flowers has 7 or more loyalty counters on him, he's a 7/7 dragon god creature with flying and indestructible. +1, target creature without first strike, double strike, or vigilance can't block or attack until your next turn. +1, search your library or graveyard for a named Monk of the Open Hand, reveal it, put it into your hand, and if you search your library this way, shuffle. Busted.
Oh, that's a big card you got there, buddy. Shame it can't attack because it doesn't have the keywords. Burning Hands deals 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker, and if it's green, it just deals 6. Fuck you, green.
A lot of colors are basically saying fuck you to each other in this pack. Spoils of the Hunt. Target creature you control gets +1/+0 until the end of turn for each mana from a treasure that was spent to cast the spell. Then that creature deals damage equal to its power to target a creature opponent controls. Not bad.
Great Axe. It's a 4/0 but equip 5, that's why. But that dwarf.
Unexpected Windfall. As an additional cost to the spell, discard a card. Draw 2 cards and create 2 treasure tokens.
Oh.
It's just better cease spoils.
Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Each opponent exiles cards from the top of their library until that player has exiled cards with total mana value 20 or more.
Oh god, low cost decks are going to
Imagine
suffer.
if, like, a lot of their mana was on top.
Oh, Blue Mills just got a powerhouse card. Portable Hole. When Portable Hole enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls with mana value of 2 or less until Portable Hole leaves the battlefield.
Orb of Dragonkind.
Can you read all that?
Tap 1 in itself. Add 2 mana, any combination of colors. Spend this mana only to cast dragon spells or activate abilities of dragons. Red and tap. Sacrifice Orb of Dragonkind. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may reveal a dragon and put it into your hand. Okay, that's good for, like...
That's good for dragon decks.
Yeah, because, like, you could put, like, it in, like, a 5-color dragon deck.
Alright, we're starting to see a lot of repeats. You want to just open 10?
We'll do 1 open 10 and see what we get.
Alright. Because we get to see the special cards like this. Mythic. Okay. I'll read this one. Yuan-Ti Malazan, a snake rogue. Another snake rogue. It can't be blocked as long as it's attacking alone. Whenever it deals combat damage to the player, venture into the dungeon. Okay.
Old Gnawbone.
Old Gnawbone.
Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to the player, create that... Wow.
Oh. Lair of the Hydra. Land. If you control 2 or more other lands, Lair of the Hydra enters battlefield tapped. Tap it, add 1 green mana. Tap it for X and green. It turns into an XX green Hydra creature, and it's still a land. X can't be 0. Okay.
I can't read Spear of Annihilation.
Enters the battlefield with X void counters on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile Spear of Annihilation. All creatures, planeswalkers with mana value less than or equal to the number of void counters on it, and all creatures and planeswalkers in the graveyards with mana value less than or equal to the number of void counters on it. You just exile everything depending on the cast. You have a turn to kill it.
Nadar, Selfless Paladin.
A Dragon Knight.
Whenever Nadar enters the battlefield or attacks, venture into the dungeon. And other creatures you control get 1/1 as long as you've completed a dungeon.
Very nice.
It's Universal Lord.
Hand of Vecna. Legendary artifact. Equipment. At the beginning of combat of your turn, equip creature or a creature you control named Vecna gets XX until the end of turn, where X is the number of cards in your hand. Equip. Pay 1 life for each card in your hand. Or you can equip for 2. Okay.
Now,
I don't have the Vecna.
Do you want another 10 or do you want to...
Let's open it normally now. We're at the home stretch here. And this is going to be the end of the video after we're done. No new cards. Another jelly. Okay, that was dud. Oop, 2 of them.
Rust Monster. First strike and sacrifice it and...
No, sacrifice an artifact.
And it gets a +2/+0.
Okay. Goblin Morningstar. Equip creature gets +1/+0, has trample. Equip is one red and 1 colorless. And when it enters the battlefield, roll a d20. Either create a goblin or create a goblin and attach it to it. Another layer of the Hydra. Not bad for green decks.
Or Simic.
Or Simic.
Ooh. Bodrich, Devil's Chosen. Dark One's Own Luck. Whenever you roll 1 or more die, it gains Flying and Menace until end of turn. If any of those results was 10 or higher, you draw a card.
Very is it. You meet in a tavern. Form a party. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. Choose. You may reveal any number of creature cards from among them and put them into your hand. Put the rest of the bottom of your library in a random order. Or you can start a brawl. Creatures you control get +2/+2 until the end of turn. Very nice.
Lord.
Oh, there's a Monk of the Open Hand, which I think we skipped over.
Nope.
We did. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, put a 1/1 counter on Monk of the Open Hand. Okay.
So literally just put down 2 Monks of the Open Hands. And they each get a 1/1.
Yep. Another Eye of Vecna.
Aurea Pegasus. When it enters the battlefield, target creature gets a 1/1 and flying.
Oh, it's a remake of the old card that was like that. Mordecai's Polymorph. Until the end of turn, target creature becomes a dragon with a base power and toughness of 4/4 and gains flying. It loses all of their creature types. Not bad. Very nice. By the way, I noticed that it said it doesn't change its abilities, so... Yeah, very nice.
Grim Wanderer. Flash. Tragic backstory. Cast the spell only if a creature died this turn. So you let something die and then you flash it in.
Yep.
And it's in Rakdos colors.
Another wizard spellbook, always nice. Ooh, a lot of new cards here.
Your turn.
Oh, Prosperous Innkeeper, a halfling citizen. Oh, citizen's a new type. When it enters the battlefield, create a treasure token. Whenever another creature you control enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. Not bad. Gross.
It just creates a whole mana, and then every time you play a card,
you gain more mana.
You play a creature. Apparent Mind Sorcerer. Psionic spells. Whenever it enters the battlefield, choose target instant or sorcery from your graveyard, and then roll a 1d20. Either put the card in your. You may put the card. What?
You may put the
on
card
top of your library.
Yeah.
Or it goes into your hand.
Silver Raven. Flying. When it enters the battlefield, scry 1.
That's gross. It's a 1 cost.
And it's an artifact creature.
Unicorn. Celestial Unicorn. When you gain life...
Hi, Johnny's Pride, mate.
Oh, and with the clerics that do that too?
Yup.
And
Guardian of Faith, a Spirit Knight. Oh, the Spirit deck's looking nice. When it enters the battlefield, any number of target creatures you control phase out. And it's a flash. You can save your creatures
for 3.
For 3.
It's not even legendary.
Nope.
Okay. Oh.
Go. We have a new card. Bro.
Oh. Eyes of the Beholder.
Yeah, it's just fuck you. It's just the biggest fuck you. Anything you have that is
it just can't be blocked. Okay.
It's Thieves' Tools again, remember?
I was wondering, I got you another of this guy.
That's gross. Just gross.
How about just no? Just even if it lives, like 9 times out of 10, you're just gonna fucking kill it with.
It doesn't. By the way, it goes through indestructible because it's a 0/0, which can't exist. It can't exist without life. Ooh. Oh, finally. The Wizard class. You have no maximum hand size. Of course. When this becomes level 2, you draw 2 cards. And level 3, whenever you draw a card, put +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Gross.
Secret door. It's a wall, and it has venture into the dungeon. Okay.
And it doesn't even tap itself. Sylvan Shepherd, the human druid. Vigilant. Whenever it attacks, roll 1d20. Gain life, gain 2 life, or gain 5 life.
The roll class again. Last one, come on, something back.
2 new ones that are uncommons, very nice.
Tiger Tribe Hunter. Human Barbarian with Trample.
And it has the pack tactics.
If you attack a creature's total 6, which is not that hard, you just need like 1, 2 with it.
Or just to give it, +2.
You may sacrifice another creature. When you do, it deals damage equals to the sacrifice creature's power to target creature.
Gross. Hello, Rakdos. Divine Smite. Instant. Target creature or planeswalker and opponent control phases out. If that permanent is black, exile it instead. Fuck you, black.
Gelatinous Cube.
You did say something good.
Engulf. Whenever it enters the battlefield, you exile target non-ooze creature and opponent controls until it leaves. Dissolve. Put target creature with mana value X or X exiled. With mana value. Oh, so you have to, if you pay it,
you basically get rid of the creature that you just ate. It's literally a nump. And if you phase it out and it comes back in, gross. All right, I'm curious how long we. An hour makes sense. 50 packs, which we didn't even go through all of them. Oh, I am gonna have to sit down for a bit, remake some decks, change some things up. It's like I'm making a blue creature deck since I have so many, And there's a Sealed Forgotten Realms. Oh, how much is it? 2,000. I want to try though. I want to try this too though. Oh man, this. Okay, I gotta end the episode. This Friday is just long video Friday. But that's gonna be it from me. I'm just gonna do something right quick. Oh. Wait, I thought I got him because I got the bundle.
Don't have them.
I didn't buy the biggest bundle. No! Oh well. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this video. Oh, it's saying I have enough to complete the deck.
Well, wait on that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna do that. Also, wait on that whom?
No, because I'm saying you're gonna wanna. So in the future, you're gonna wanna fix stuff up.
I want these. Oh, and yeah, by the way, I don't know which one I'm gonna. I want to kind of attach these to one of those. I know you can also switch out the phases too. I might do that. I'm gonna be using that a lot whenever I play my red deck, or this whenever I'm being salty scooped. With this too, just make people laugh. Just hello, and then I played the song. It's the battle song. Anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and big thanks to Jaymer for helping me out with all these packs and reading. Lord knows I would have started flubbing up more than I was already. But anyway, well, thank you all for watching, and do hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, you know what to do. Much appreciate you if you do, and I just want to say, laters.